That little horseshoe light on your dashboard is staring at you again, your tire pressure warning light. It's been on for days, maybe weeks. You've checked the tires, they look fine, but the light won't go away, so you think, I'll just ignore it. Bad idea. Or maybe you're planning to take it to the dealer, where they'll charge you $50 just to reset it. Even worse idea. Here's the truth. You can fix this yourself in about 10 minutes, and it won't cost you a dime. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to reset that stubborn tire pressure light, and I'll also explain why it keeps coming back and how to prevent it for good. Let's get started. Why your tire pressure light comes on. Before we fix it, let's understand why it happens in the first place. The Tire Pressure Monitoring System, or TPMS, uses sensors inside each tire to measure air pressure. When the pressure drops below a certain level, the sensor tells the car's computer and the light comes on. Most systems trigger the light when pressure drops about 25% below the recommended level. Common reasons. The light turns on temperature changes are the biggest culprit. When it gets cold outside, the air inside your tires contracts. You can lose 1 to 2 psi for every 10-degree drop in temperature. That's why the light often comes on in the morning during fall and winter, then goes off later in the day when it warms up. Slow leaks are another common cause. A tiny nail or screw in the tire can cause a slow, steady loss of pressure. You might not notice it right away, but the sensor will. Sometimes you just need to add air. Tires naturally lose about 1 psi per month through normal use. If you haven't checked them in a while, they might be low. And yes, sometimes the sensor itself goes bad. TPMS sensors have batteries that last about 5 to 10 years. When the battery dies, the sensor stops working and the light stays on. Understanding direct versus indirect TPMS. Not all tire pressure systems work the same way. There are two types, direct and indirect TPMS. Direct TPMS. This is the most common type. It uses physical sensors mounted inside each tire, usually attached to the valve stem. These sensors measure the actual air pressure and send that data wirelessly to your car's computer. Direct TPMS is more accurate and tells you exactly which tire is low. Some cars even display the pressure for each tire on the dashboard. The downside, the sensors have batteries that eventually die, and replacing them costs money. Indirect TPMS. This system doesn't use pressure sensors. Instead, it uses your car's ABS wheel speed sensors to detect when a tire is low. Here's how it works. When a tire loses air, it gets smaller and has to rotate faster to keep up with the other tires. The computer notices this difference in wheel speed and triggers the warning light. Indirect TPMS is cheaper because there are no sensors to replace, but it's less accurate and can't tell you which tire is low. Check your tire pressure first. Before you try to reset anything, make sure your tires actually have the right amount of air. The light is there for a reason. If your tires are low, resetting the light won't fix the problem. It'll just come back on. Find the recommended PSI. Your car's recommended tire pressure is usually listed on a sticker inside the driver's door jamb. Open the door and look along the frame. You'll see a label with the front and rear tire pressures. Don't use the PSI number printed on the tire itself. That's the maximum pressure the tire can handle, not what your car needs. Most passenger cars run between 30 and 35 PSI. SUVs and trucks might need more. How to check tire pressure. You'll need a tire pressure gauge. You can get a basic one for $5 at any auto parts store. Digital ones are easier to read and cost about $10 to $15. Here's how to do it. Remove the valve cap from the tire. Press the gauge firmly onto the valve stem. You'll hear a quick hiss of air. That's normal. Read the pressure on the gauge. Compare it to the recommended PSI. Repeat for all 4 tires. Add air if needed. If any tire is low, add air. You can do this at most gas stations. Many have free air compressors. Attach the air hose to the valve stem and add air in short bursts. Check the pressure frequently so you don't overinflate. Once all 4 tires are at the correct pressure, you're ready to reset the light. Check when tires are cold. Always check tire pressure when the tires are cold, meaning the car hasn't been driven for at least 3 hours. Driving heats up the tires, which increases the air pressure inside. If you check right after driving, you'll get a false reading. The ridiculously easy reset method. This is the method dealers don't want you to know because it's free and takes about 5 minutes. Most cars have a TPMS reset button somewhere. It's usually hidden, but once you know where to look, it's easy to find. Step 1. Locate the TPMS reset button. The reset button is usually located under the steering wheel near the hood release or fuse box, inside the glove box, to the left of the steering column near your knee. Some cars label it TPMS or set. Others just have a small unmarked button. Check your owner's manual if you can't find it. There's usually a diagram showing exactly where it is. Step 2, turn the ignition on. Put your key in the ignition and turn it to the on position. Don't start the engine. Just turn it far enough that the dashboard lights come on. If you have a push button start, press the button twice without touching the brake pedal. Step 3, press and hold the reset button. Find the TPMS reset button and press it. Hold it down. Keep holding it until the tire pressure light blinks 3 times. This usually takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Once it blinks 3 times, let go of the button. Step 4, start the car and drive. Turn the key to start the engine or press the start button with your foot on the brake. Drive the car for about 10 to 15 minutes at speeds above 25 miles per hour. This gives the sensors time to recalibrate and communicate with the car's computer. After driving for a bit, check your dashboard. The light should be off. If it's still on, don't panic. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Try driving for another 10 minutes. Alternative reset methods. If you don't have a button, not all cars have a reset button. Some systems reset automatically. Others need a different approach. Method 1, drive and wait. Some cars reset the TPMS automatically after you drive for a while with properly inflated tires. Make sure all 4 tires are at the correct pressure. Drive the car normally for 10 to 20 miles. The light should turn off on its own once the system recalibrates. This method works on many newer cars, especially Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Method 2, the inflate and deflate trick. This one sounds weird, but it works on some vehicles. Inflate all 4 tires to 3 psi above the recommended pressure. Completely deflate all 4 tires. Reinflate them to the correct pressure. Drive for 10 minutes. This forces the sensors to reset and recalibrate. Method 3, use the infotainment system. Many newer cars let you reset the TPMS through the dashboard screen. Look for a settings or vehicle menu on your touchscreen or center display. Find the tire pressure or TPMS option. Select reset or calibrate. Follow the on-screen instructions. This method is becoming more common on cars made after 2015. It's the easiest way if your car supports it. Method 4, disconnect the battery. This is the nuclear option. It resets the entire car's computer, including the TPMS. Turn off the car and remove the key. Open the hood and disconnect the negative battery cable. Wait 15 minutes. Reconnect the battery. Start the car and drive for 10 minutes. Be warned, disconnecting the battery also resets your radio presets, clock, and other settings. Only use this method if nothing else works. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me create more helpful content. Plus, I've put together a free car maintenance checklist that you can grab using the link in the description below. When the light won't go away. Sometimes, no matter what you do, the light stays on. If you've checked the tire pressure, reset the system, and driven around, but the light is still there, something else is wrong. Dead TPMS. Censored TPMS sensors run on small batteries that can't be replaced. When the battery dies, the whole sensor needs to be replaced. If one sensor is dead, the light will stay on even if the tire pressure is perfect. Replacing a sensor usually costs $50 to $100 per tire plus installation. Most shops charge about $150 to $200 total. Damaged sensors can get damaged during tire changes or repairs. If a shop isn't careful, they can break the sensor while removing the tire from the rim. If you recently had tires installed or repaired and the light came on right after, the sensor might be damaged. Wrong sensor programming. If you've had your tires rotated or replaced, the sensors might need to be reprogrammed. Some cars need to relearn which sensor is on which wheel. This usually requires a special TPMS tool that most DIY ERs don't have. A tire shop or dealer can do it for you. Spare tire sensor. Some cars have a TPMS sensor in the spare tire. If the spare is low on air or has a dead sensor, the light will stay on. Check the spare tire's pressure and inflate it if needed. If that doesn't work, the spare's sensor might be dead. How to prevent the light from coming back. Now that you've reset the light, here's how to keep it off. Check tire pressure monthly. Don't wait for the light to come on. Check your tire pressure at least once a month and always before long trips. Make it part of your routine. Check it when you fill up with gas or wash your car. Keeping your tires properly inflated improves fuel economy, extends tire life, and makes your car safer to drive. Watch for temperature changes. Remember, cold weather causes tire pressure to drop. When the temperature drops suddenly, check your tires and add air if needed. Don't ignore the light just because it's cold outside. Low tire pressure is still dangerous, even if it's caused by the weather. Inspect tires regularly. Look at your tires once in a while. Check for nails, cuts, bulges, or uneven wear. Catching a slow leak early can save you from a flat tire later. Run your hand over the tread. If you feel any lumps or weird spots, have the tire inspected. Replace sensors when needed. TPMS sensors don't last forever. If your car is more than 10 years old and you've never replaced the sensors, they're probably due. When you buy new tires, ask the shop to check the sensors. If they're weak or dead, replace them while the tires are off. Keep a portable air compressor. Invest in a small portable air compressor. You can get a decent one for $30 to $50. Keep it in your trunk along with a tire pressure gauge. This way you can check and adjust your tire pressure anywhere, anytime. No more hunting for a gas station with a working air pump. Should you just ignore the light? Some people see the tire pressure light and think, I'll deal with it later. Don't do that. Driving on underinflated tires is dangerous. It affects your car's handling, increases stopping distance, and makes blowouts more likely. Underinflated tires also wear out faster and hurt your fuel economy. You'll end up spending more on gas and tires in the long run. And if you ignore the light, you won't know if you actually have a problem. What if one tire is losing air fast and you don't notice? You could end up with a flat tire on the highway. The light is there to keep you safe. Don't ignore it. What dealers charge for this? Want to know why dealers hate this trick? Because they charge real money to do what you just learned to do for free. Most dealers charge $50 to $75 just to reset the tire pressure light. Some charge even more. They'll tell you it's a diagnostic fee or part of a tire service. Really, they're just pressing a button or plugging in a scanner. Now you know how to do it yourself. That's $50 in your pocket every time the light comes on. Can you pass inspection with the light on? This depends on where you live. In some states, a tire pressure warning light will cause your car to fail inspection. In others, it doesn't matter. Check your local inspection rules. If the light will cause you to fail, you need to fix it before your inspection date. Usually, it's an easy fix. Check the tire pressure, reset the system, and the light goes off. If it doesn't, you might need a new sensor. Don't wait until the last minute. If you need a sensor replaced, give yourself time to get it done before your inspection expires. Final thoughts. The tire pressure warning light isn't something to fear or ignore. It's a helpful reminder to check your tires and keep them properly inflated. And now you know the easy way to reset it yourself, no dealer visit required. Check your tire pressure, find the reset button, press and hold. Drive for a few minutes, done. It's that simple. Take care of your tires and they'll take care of you. Proper tire pressure means better handling, longer tire life, and safer driving. And best of all, you just saved yourself $50 or more. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as I'm sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.